Here's my pick for the 2022 hottest markets for price appreciation, where we can expect home prices to increase faster than any other place in the planet in 2022. Starting with number 10, we have San Diego, California. With extremely low inventories, unbelievable weather, and massive amounts of people moving down from the Bay Area, this market is going to be one of the hottest markets in the country. Number 9, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is seeing a huge migration of all of the individuals out there that weren't able to fully retire and do their downsize because of COVID, selling out of their larger properties in Southern California, cashing in on their equity, and buying for a home for nearly 50 to 70% less than that home price is in Southern California. Number 8 is Chattanooga, Tennessee. This market is coming up to be potentially the next Nashville in Tennessee. As a booming, still very affordable market, we're seeing low inventory, a mass migration of people that have been priced out of Nashville that are looking for those very low state income taxes that Tennessee has to offer, aka 0% state tax. Number 7 is Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is basically the business metro of the South. We've continued to see company after company relocate for the very pro-business Georgia. The Atlanta market has very low inventory, very fast-paced sales, and a booming job market, leading it to be one of the biggest price gainers in 2022. Number 6, and a dear to my heart, is Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, with massive companies like Oracle, Amazon, Nissan, and so many other companies relocating to this area, and it's very pro-business environment mixed with a cool city country vibes that absolutely resonates to my heart at Nashville. Nashville is going to continue to be one of the hottest markets in the country. I personally, in the beginning of 2020, picked up 2 Airbnbs there for $650,000 fully furnished. Those today, just 2 years later, are each worth over $950,000. And this still is gonna be small compared to where I see the Nashville market heading in 5 years. I expect prices to finish about 10% higher than where they start the beginning of the year. Number 5 is Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is a place that we are seeing a continued fueling pro-business entrepreneurs continuing to move to this area, as well as a massive amount of millennial buyers continuing to want to purchase homes in this cool and trendy job-rich marketplace. Charlotte is known to have a very big, heavy, centralized financial services job market with low inventory and with people bidding higher than we've ever thought they would bid before in the area. We are seeing low inventory and further price increases in this market. Number 4, San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas, just being 60 miles outside of Austin, is a big favorite of mine. I covered this in another video where I picked San Antonio to be one of the 6 markets I expect to be the next Austin. And I expect San Antonio to continue to see these massive price increases in 2022. With house prices 40 to 50% lower than Austin, we are seeing a mass continued migration, not only from places like California and New York, but so many other areas. And with major military bases in the area, we're gonna see very low inventory. We're gonna see a very strong job market, very fast sales, and multiple offers, leading to as much as probably a 10 to 14% price appreciation from the beginning of 2022 to the end of the year. Number 3 is Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh is one of the most beautiful places and one of the fastest growing job markets out there. Raleigh, North Carolina is really struggling with its inventory right now. We are seeing on average about 4 to 5 offers per home, and we're seeing the average home for sale for about 9% over its list price. In inventory, we don't really see that coming on board until probably another 12 to 24 months, which is where I pick Raleigh to see as much as a 13% increase year over year from where it starts. Number 2 is Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida has continued to see a mass migration, like so much of the Sun Belt, from people moving all from the West Coast to go to the very low, aka no state income tax state of Florida. As a very pro-business state, and with a lot of people choosing to retire in Florida, we're going to continue to see this affordable market be very scarce in inventory, has a great job market, and has been very pro-military with a lot of military influence within the area. And so, low inventory, lots of demand, a great job market. I expect us to see the Jacksonville market up nearly 15 to 18% from the beginning of 2022 to the end of 2022. And lastly, this leads me to Tampa. Tampa is the #1 house appreciation market for my pick of 2022. Tampa is an absolutely amazing place, and it's still cool even though Tom Brady just retired. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Tom Brady. Well, I love Tom Brady. Just because somebody's really good at something and wins all the time doesn't mean somebody else deserves to win. I'm a believer, if you're the best, you should be the best and be rewarded the best. And that's why I picked Tampa again for the second year in a row as my favorite market for the biggest price appreciation. Now, it's really important to know on this list, I'm not telling you to buy Airbnbs in these markets. This is simply me telling you on where I think that home prices from where they start this year to where they end this year as a percentage increase will rise the most. Doesn't mean you could get a great deal in these areas. In fact, in a lot of these markets, you may end up having to overpay for the value of the home just to be able to get a property. So, my top 10 cities, as seen here, don't necessarily mean it's the best place for you to invest. If you're curious about where I am personally buying Airbnbs or long-term rentals, shoot me a DM with your email address and I'll happily send you a list of the markets I'm personally investing in right now.